Oh, yeah.
So I appreciate all of them. Meredith and Eddie, Shane, Jen, Steve, that's the crew and their significant others. Steve doesn't have one, but... Sorry, Steve. Well, if you do, we don't know who she is.
We're gonna call him out!
Sorry about that. My family's strong. Starts with my mom, goes right down the line. I mean, you couldn't ask for any better family. I'm not gonna get teary here. So, first and foremost, I have to thank Lexi, because if not, she'd kill me. Thank you, Lexi. And, we got Sarah over there. She's probably hoping I thank her too. So I'm gonna do that. No, they do a lot. All kidding aside, they do a lot for me. They all do. Like, I'm working, and sometimes they're not, so they're running around for me, grabbing parts and doing stuff, keeping everybody on tact with where we're going and where we're racing, because I never would tell anybody and nobody would ever go. So the website, the Welch Racing thing's going good. Like, you might know 5 or 10 minutes before we go racing instead of not at all. So thank you for that. Sponsorship-wise, this year, Mike Bean, we call him Beanie. He's my guy. He stepped up huge this year, so give him a round of applause. So thank you, Beanie. J&S, you're here tonight too, and I really appreciate what you guys do. So this leads me to the next step, which is tough, because this guy's been racing for 30 plus years, and he's stepping down.
May not.
Most of those 30 years have been with me, so we're gonna say farewell to Eddie on a permanent basis. I'm saying that because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get him back whenever I can. So I just want you to know I appreciate everything you've done for me. Been around a long time. We've done a lot of stuff. We've completed every task we wanted. Thank you very much.
Tonight we're going to round out our award ceremony here with 2 of our most important awards. We're going to start off here with our most prestigious award here at White Mountain Motorsports Park. The Avery Award is annually presented to somebody that embodies the same spirit, the same love and passion for stock car racing that Donnie and Terry Avery have always and will always have. Both Donnie and Terry, alongside their family, spent countless hours over 25 years building and maintaining our little racetrack in the foothills of the White Mountains, along with their own top-tiered race team. This year's recipient has been an integral part of the success of both White Mountain Motorsports Park and that longtime race team that saw the likes of Ben Rowe and Stacy Cahoon, among others, behind the wheel. He is one of the hardest working individuals in the pit area and on the track, preparing the racetrack for success each week, week in and week out. He proudly packed in over 50 race car haulers into the back pit area this summer, all while keeping a team ready to keep the show rolling, a seemingly ancient wrecker alive and well, and cleaning up race cars on nearly every inch of the quarter mile. He's one of the fastest moving safety men across North America, and White Mountain is lucky to have him head the team. I am delighted and honored to present the 2022 Avery Award to Theron Reed.
Well, thank you very much. This is a very big surprise for me. I never thought I'd get an award this prestigious. I'm not a speaker, so to speak, but I really thank you for all that you guys do, and try not to wreck.
For our final award, I'd like to ask White Mountain Motorsports Park and American Canadian Tour managing partner Chris Michaud to join me on stage. Our final award tonight is the Don McTavish Award. This is a new one for White Mountain Motorsports Park, but a long-time award in the American Canadian Tour. The McTavish Award is the most highly regarded award that anyone under the American Canadian Tour umbrella can win. It's named in honor of one of Tom Curley's closest friends, the late Donald Charles McTavish. Don was a racer's racer from Dover, Massachusetts. He won the 1966 NASCAR National Late Model Sportsman Championship at the age of 26 by running more than 120 events up and down the East Coast, beating out short track legends such as Ralph Earnhardt, Renee Charland, Tiny Lund, and Pete Hamilton for the honors. The next year, he was second in the National Modified Championship for good measure. He had the great looks and personality to match his insane talent, making appearances on game shows and national television by day while sleeping in his truck at night. He lived as fast as he raced with the famed Circle J number. Those who raced under Tom Curley will recognize that Circle J from every tire purchase back in the day. Just as Don was about to make the jump to the big time of the NASCAR Grand National Series, that fast life was snuffed out in the blink of an eye on February 22nd, 1969 at Daytona. During the Sportsman Permatex 300, Don was victim of one of the most gruesome crashes in auto racing history. Tom was devastated by Don's loss and knew that honoring his close friend was the best way to remember him. The next year, he helped create the Don McTavish Award, and each year the award goes to a person or organization who, through their efforts and attitude, have best exemplified the spirit of what Don McTavish was about. He lived to be a part of our sport of auto racing, and tonight we're honoring an individual who does the same. This person has been in and around motorsports in Vermont and the Northeast for decades, with roots going all the way back to the Northeastern Speedway in Waterford, Vermont. While he has been in and around the family race cars through the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, he really found his calling in the 1990s. Over the past 25 years, he has delivered the stories of stock car racing in New England to those across northern New England with his weekly column. His reporting was second to none, not only in his opinions on weekly and regional racing, but on the national stock car scene as well. The stories he wrote were powerful, making heroes out of many a grease monkey and elevating stock car racing to his newspaper's most popular read. In his 25 years behind the keyboard, he did just as much to promote and in turn save our local short tracks as anyone, a major ally to any track and series owners across the region. He made the decision to step away from the keyboard this fall, understandably so after a quarter century of dedicated reporting, and with 4 grandchildren being the true light of his life, the column was starting to take a back seat. He ended nearly every column each week with a very simple mantra: it's time to head to the races. Join me, but remember, if you're not having fun, stay home and don't bother those of us who are. We certainly hope to continue seeing him at the track as much as he can. Please join me in congratulating the 2022 winner of the Don McTavish Award, Richard Biggie Bigelow.
Well, I'm not much of a speaker. A lot more fun behind the keyboard. Nobody's sitting in the documents after that. There's really not a lot to say. Like I say, it's my roots started out in the 1960s at Northeast with my family. Big Gamble's there. Nice to see the daughter and your son here, or her son, I should say. It's gone back for many years. I've been doing this. It's been a lot of fun. I'm not sure who to thank. My parents, they started me out, and now my kids and my grandkids, everybody else is probably the best way to go. And again, I'm not much speaker, so good night and enjoy Christmas.
To close out our presentations here, I'm going to have Chris Michaud give us our closing remarks.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. It was a good turnout after a couple years of in the infield right after the first practice. It's nice to be back inside and be able to do the banquet right. Last year, White Mountains, I thought we had a great year as far as fans, car counts, the support that the teams and the racers and the fans have given us all year. It's something really to see how that place is growing and how you teams and drivers support it. It's something that Pat and I really appreciate, and it's something that we're gonna continue, and hopefully we can make it grow even bigger. I think we had a couple, I have to ask Theron, I think we had a couple races where we ran out of pit room. It was a good problem to have, but it's something to say about you guys and gals that people want to come see you, watch you race, because I believe that you guys and gals put on some of the best racing in New England. That racetrack and you guys are fantastic. So this year, going into this year, we're trying to work on some new stuff, try to get things going. The kids division, we're really happy with. We're going to cars, and I think that worked out pretty well last year, and hopefully that'll continue to grow. I've already talked to a few racers that their kids are going to step into that division next year, and I think we're going to see that grow a little bit.